Hello everyone, I hope you're all staying safe and well in these very, very strange times. Just thought I'd give you a quick update of where I am. I haven't done a video for a wee while. Basically I had to self-isolate for a week because I'd come down with symptoms. Not sure whether it was the coronavirus or not, or just some sort of end of flu and cold season cough, but I was coughing and had a very, very tight chest. However, that seems to have lifted itself now, which is good. However, work has now closed down, apart from a skeleton staff, which I'm not part of currently. And also my wife is at high risk. Unfortunately, she has lupus, so that puts her in quite a serious category. So yeah, home it is, along with a lot more of you, I think, and getting some time to do a few things here and there. Apologies if you can hear the dishwasher in the background, because that's churning away, getting some pots and whatnot done out of the way. So what have I been up to? Well, after Hammerhead, I picked up, where I picked up quite a few packs of French for the American War of Independence. I've now got all the infantry done, along with a mounted officer. So basically we have a group of grenadiers, which are here. Very nice figures. Painted them up as the Bourbonnais regiment, I believe it is. So I've got a bit of purple in there. You don't tend to get chance to paint purple too much on historical miniatures, so I thought that was quite a good opportunity to get a different colour on. Then sliding along, we've got two bases of Fusiliers. These are all singly based and put on sabot bases, so I can move them around a little bit easier. The one thing I did find with these miniatures, some people have said in the past that some peri-metals are really difficult to clean up. I personally haven't had that problem up until these ones. There was a lot of flash on them. There was a lot of those little sharp bits you get sticking off, the ones that bend over on themselves and you think you've cleaned it up, and then you go out, spray your model, come back in and then start painting, and all of a sudden you're having to pick off more stuff that you missed the first time round, which is always a pain. But they've come out quite well. I'm quite pleased with them. Quite pleased with the white. I used an off-white Wraithbone, I think it is, from Games Workshop, and that did really well. And I used then a normal white to pick out the crossbelts and some hat lace. Not too sure about the hat lace on these guys. It seems that some regiments from France retain their hat lace and some regiments got rid of it. It's a little bit difficult to tell. There was a massive crossover from uniforms from the 1776 ordnance over to the 1779 ordnance, where quite a lot of things changed. So because it's the 18th century and because lace is such a massive thing, I thought, sod it, I'm going to put some lace on these guys. So I've just put it on the Fusiliers. Might be right, might be wrong, very difficult to say. I've seen all sorts of different sources that all contradict each other, so I don't know. So there you go. And then finally a base of chasseurs in skirmish formation. Left the hat lace off these guys because I thought it might be more applicable to these, seeing as they are skirmishers, and perhaps operating a much more lighter kit rather than the standard line troops. I've done everybody, as you can perhaps see, in black gaiters. Now the French wore black gaiters in the winter and for marching apparently, whereas in the summer they wore white. However, I thought an all white uniform was just a bit too much, so I've kept it as that. I'll just pop that down a second and bring the officer over. Hope you can, and there he is. Really nice model. There was 3 of them. These are out of the French Colonel's pack. I used contrast paints on the horse and it's come out reasonably well. So I'm quite pleased with that for getting horses done very, very quickly. Didn't take me too long at all. I've also used contrast paints again on the muskets and on the skin. However, on the skin, I've highlighted over the top of the contrast paint. So it works out quite well as a base coat. Spin him around a little bit. Ooh, he's not wanting to focus. I'm going to focus. Let's see. Oh, no, hang on. That's a bit better, I think. Yeah, so that's him. I've got 2 more. What I intend to do with those guys are, in Muskets and Tomahawks you have deployment points, and what I'm intending to do is actually use them to make my own deployment points rather than using the cardboard cut out markers that you can get with the game. They're great, don't get me wrong, but I just think it'd be nice to actually have something on the table, perhaps telling a little bit of a story. So there's 2 of them to do. I'm going to decide how I'm going to do those in a bit. And then there's just the hussars left to do, and the whole project is done and dusted. Apart from, which is always the case, I will probably pick up a cannon, and then maybe a couple of bits, and then a command pack, because I'd quite like to get a flag in there as well. And I think maybe some bits to do another 1 or 2 deployment points. But other than that, like I say, it's all done. I can actually play the game with this force as it stands, so that's quite cool. I'm really pleased with that. So like I said, guys, just a quick update of where I am. I hope you're all safe and well. I hope your families are all coping with this really, really strange time that we seem to be in at the moment. And I will speak to you soon. Cheers, guys. Take care. Thanks. Bye.